Across the world, every culture has stories they refuse to forget. Stories whispered in the dark, stories passed down through generations, stories meant as warnings. Some are called legends, others are dismissed as myths. But what if some of them are real? Tonight, you will hear 20 terrifying urban legends from different parts of the world. Stories of disappearances, curses, and encounters that were never explained. These are not fairy tales. They are the stories people are afraid to tell out loud. So listen carefully, because some legends are only dangerous once you know about them. In South Korea, an urban legend known as the elevator game has spread across the internet and beyond. The game is said to allow players to travel to another dimension using an elevator. The rules are specific. You must enter the elevator alone at night. Press buttons in a precise order. Never look at anyone who enters, and never speak. Many dismiss the game as fiction. But stories persist of those who tried it and returned changed. The legend claims that if done correctly, the elevator will stop on a floor that does not exist. Players report strange sensations as the elevator moves. The air grows colder, the lights flicker. At a certain floor, a woman is said to enter. She does not speak. She does not move normally. Looking at her face is forbidden. If you do, the game fails. When the elevator reaches the final floor, the doors open to a world that looks familiar but wrong. Buildings lack windows, streets are empty, the sky feels unnatural. Fear replaces curiosity almost instantly. The most dangerous rule is returning. Pressing the wrong button traps the player forever. Some who returned report missing time, memory loss, and recurring nightmares. Others were never seen again. Authorities dismiss the stories as internet folklore. But many refuse to enter elevators alone at night, because some doors once opened should never be used again. In the English countryside, there is an ancient legend older than many villages themselves. Black Annis is said to live in hollow trees or dark caves. She appears as a blue-black-faced woman with iron claws and glowing eyes. Parents once used the story to frighten children into obedience, but over time, reports suggested something more sinister. Locals claimed livestock vanished. Bones were found near trees, and children spoke of a shadow watching them from the forest edge at dusk. Witnesses described hearing scratching sounds at night, claw marks on doors, a low breathing coming from outside windows. Black Annis is said to wear the skins of her victims. Some claim she mimics voices to lure children closer. Forest paths once used daily became avoided after sunset. Fear spread quietly through rural communities. The legend grew stronger with each unexplained disappearance. Over centuries, Black Annis faded into folklore, but locals still warn children to stay away from old trees and caves, because some legends do not disappear. They sleep, waiting to be remembered. In Japan, one of the most feared urban legends is the slit-mouthed woman, known as Kuchisake Onna. She appears at night wearing a surgical mask, calm, polite, ordinary. She approaches people walking alone and asks a simple question: "Am I beautiful?" Many believe she was once a woman betrayed and mutilated. Others say she is a spirit of unresolved rage. At first, the encounter seems harmless, until the mask comes off. If the victim answers incorrectly, she attacks. If they answer correctly, she removes the mask, revealing a mouth slit from ear to ear. Then she asks again. Witnesses report her moving unnaturally fast. Escape becomes impossible. The streets feel empty. Fear overwhelms logic. The legend spread so widely that schools once dismissed children early to avoid panic. To this day, some people claim encounters in quiet neighborhoods. Whether ghost or myth, the fear remains, because when she asks the question, there is no safe answer. Deep within the jungles of Colombia, there is a legend, hunter's fear. La Patasola appears as a beautiful woman from a distance, long hair, gentle voice. She calls travelers by name, luring them deeper into the forest. The name means one-legged woman, though this is hidden at first. Locals believe she punishes those who disrespect nature or travel with bad intentions. As victims approach, her appearance changes. Her face becomes distorted. Her single leg is revealed. Panic sets in as she chases them through dense jungle paths. Some report being lost for days. Others are found injured and terrified. Many are never found at all. Guides warn outsiders never to follow voices in the forest, because once La Patasola chooses you, the jungle itself becomes your enemy. In several rural regions of South America, there is a chilling legend about a sound that means death is near. Locals call it the whistling death. The sound is simple, almost harmless, a slow, uneven whistle echoing through empty roads or forests at night. Travelers often mistake it for the wind or a distant human presence. But elders warn that the whistle does not belong to any living person. It is said to follow those who wander alone after sunset. The closer the sound seems, the farther away it truly is. And when the whistle feels distant, it means the entity is already near. Many dismiss the story as superstition until they hear the whistle for themselves. Witnesses describe the same terrifying pattern. At first, the whistle sounds far away, drifting through the darkness. People feel uneasy but continue walking. Slowly, the sound changes rhythm, becoming irregular and distorted. Animals grow silent. The air feels heavier. Those who try to locate the source never succeed. The whistle moves without direction, circling its target. Some report shadows appearing between trees. Others feel footsteps behind them, perfectly matching their pace. Panic sets in when the whistle suddenly stops, because silence, according to the legend, means the entity is directly behind you. And once it stops whistling, running no longer helps. Survivors say the only way to escape is to remain calm and never respond to the sound. Looking back is forbidden. Speaking is dangerous. Those who panic are said to disappear without a trace. Villagers often find abandoned belongings along forest paths, untouched for years. Authorities explain these cases as accidents or wildlife attacks. But locals know better. They teach their children to recognize the whistle and to turn back before nightfall. Even today, experienced guides refuse to travel after sunset in certain areas, because when the whistling begins, it is already watching, and when it ends, the story is over. Across different countries and cultures, people describe encountering the same mysterious figure. A tall man wearing a wide-brimmed hat, standing silently in the corner of a dark room. He does not speak. He does not move. Many first see him during moments of extreme vulnerability, often late at night. The experience feels real, vivid, and unforgettable. Witnesses report waking suddenly, unable to move, sensing a presence nearby. When they open their eyes, the man is already there, watching. Strangely, people who have never heard of the legend describe him in nearly identical detail. The same posture, same shadowed face, same overwhelming sense of dread. The encounter often lasts only seconds, but the memory stays forever. As the encounter continues, fear intensifies. Victims feel pressure on their chest, as if something is holding them down. Breathing becomes difficult. The man remains completely still, yet his presence feels oppressive. Some claim he slowly moves closer. Others say he only observes, as if studying them. Attempts to scream or move fail entirely. Doctors often explain these experiences as sleep paralysis, a condition known to cause hallucinations. But this explanation does not account for one detail. People across the world, with no connection to one another, describe the same figure with the same hat, the same silence, the same feeling of being watched by something ancient and intelligent. Eventually, the paralysis ends. The man disappears without warning. No footsteps, no sound, just empty space. However, many report lasting effects, recurring nightmares, anxiety, a fear of darkness that never fully fades. Some claim they see the man again years later, standing farther away, as if waiting. Whether psychological or supernatural, the mystery remains unsolved. Some researchers believe the figure represents a shared human fear. Others believe he is something more, a presence that exists between sleep and waking, watching, waiting, and reminding us that not everything we see is meant to be understood. Reports began appearing in the United States and later spread to other countries. Late at night, children knock on doors or approach cars. They appear normal at first glance. Pale skin, ordinary clothing, calm, polite voices. They ask simple questions, to use the phone, to wait inside, to get a ride home. But something feels deeply wrong. Their behavior lacks emotion. Their speech sounds rehearsed. People describe an intense feeling of fear the moment they see them. Instinctively, they want to escape. Many legends begin this way, ordinary encounters that slowly reveal something unnatural beneath the surface. And with the black-eyed children, the truth is hidden in their gaze. When people hesitate to help, the children become more insistent. Their voices grow colder, their expressions remain blank. And when the light finally reaches their faces, the horror is revealed. Their eyes are completely black, no whites, no pupils, just endless darkness. Witnesses report sudden nausea, dizziness, and overwhelming panic. Electronics malfunction, radios cut out, car engines stall. The children never show anger, they simply wait, standing silently, staring. Those who encounter them often describe the fear as unnatural, as if their body recognizes danger before the mind can understand it. Very few people admit to letting the children inside. Those who do are rarely heard from again. Others who refuse entry report strange illnesses afterward. Nightmares, sudden health problems, an unshakable sense of being watched. Authorities dismiss these stories as urban legends or mass hysteria. But the reports continue, across decades, across borders. The rules remain simple. Never open the door, never make eye contact, and never invite them inside. Because once you do, the legend says you will never be alone again. In some regions of Korea, there is a terrifying legend of a masked woman who appears late at night. She walks quietly through empty streets, dressed neatly, her face partially hidden. At first, she seems harmless, even elegant. Witnesses describe feeling watched long before they see her. Reflections reveal her presence before she appears directly. Locals believe she is the spirit of betrayal and unresolved pain. Unlike other ghosts, she does not scream or attack immediately. She follows, silently, patiently. Her presence alone is enough to instill fear. And once she notices you, the legend says she never stops watching. Those who encounter the woman report being followed for long distances. No matter how fast they walk, she remains the same distance behind them. Turning corners does not help. Running makes it worse. If you stop, she stops. Mirrors reveal her face drawing closer. Some claim to hear soft breathing, though no footsteps are ever heard. The fear intensifies when people realize she never speaks. She only observes, waiting for the moment you acknowledge her presence. Many believe that once you turn fully toward her, the encounter becomes permanent. Survivors describe lasting psychological effects: sleeplessness, paranoia, fear of reflections in empty streets. The woman rarely attacks physically. Instead, she leaves her victims mentally fractured. Some believe she feeds on fear rather than life. Authorities dismiss the story as folklore, but residents still avoid certain streets after dark. Because some spirits do not exist to kill, they exist to remind, to haunt, and to ensure they are never forgotten. In England stands an ancient building believed to be one of the most haunted locations in the world. The ancient Ram Inn was built on land once used for pagan rituals and burial grounds. From the moment visitors step inside, many report an overwhelming sense of unease, cold spots, sudden dizziness, feelings of being watched. Over centuries, countless stories have emerged. Children's voices echoing in empty rooms, shadows moving against the walls, objects shifting on their own. Even skeptics admit something feels wrong inside the inn. Guests who attempt to stay overnight often flee before morning. Beds shake violently. Invisible hands pull at clothing. Some report being pushed down staircases. Others feel pressure on their chest while sleeping. Paranormal investigators have recorded unexplained noises and movements. Attempts to bless or cleanse the building have repeatedly failed. Each new owner experiences similar phenomena. The activity does not fade, it intensifies, as if the building itself resists being abandoned. Many believe the inn is not haunted by one spirit but many, trapped, angry, unwilling to leave. Some places, locals say, are not cursed, they are claimed. To this day, visitors continue to report terrifying encounters, and no matter how many explanations are offered, one truth remains. The ancient Ram Inn does not want to be empty. Across the world, drivers tell remarkably similar stories. Late at night, they see a lone hitchhiker standing by the roadside, often young, quiet, vulnerable. Feeling sympathy, the driver offers a ride. The hitchhiker gives an address and sits silently in the passenger seat. The drive feels strange. The air grows colder. Conversation is minimal, but nothing seems overtly wrong, until the driver looks away for a moment. When the driver looks back, the passenger is gone. Doors remain locked, no sound of escape. The seat is empty. Some drivers stop in shock, others continue to the given address. Radios malfunction, headlights flicker, fear slowly replaces confusion. Disappearance feels impossible, yet the evidence is undeniable. The hitchhiker has vanished without a trace. Upon reaching the address, drivers learn the truth. The passenger died years ago, often in a tragic accident near the same road. Some believe the spirit seeks closure. Others believe it is trapped in an endless journey, still appearing, still disappearing, forever caught between destinations. In the early 2000s, a chilling encounter was shared online by a man walking home late at night. The streets were empty, silent, and dimly lit. Suddenly, he noticed a figure approaching from the opposite direction. The man's posture was unnatural, his movements jerky and unsettling. But what stood out most was his smile. It was wide, frozen, and deeply long. As they drew closer, the smiling man waved enthusiastically, as if greeting an old friend. The witness felt an immediate surge of fear, the kind that tells you something is not human. Instinct screamed to run, but his body froze as the smiling man continued forward. As the distance closed, the smile never faded. It grew wider. The man's eyes were empty, fixed, and unblinking. The witness described an overwhelming sense of danger, as if the air itself had changed. Suddenly, the smiling man broke into a sprint, charging directly toward him with inhuman speed. The panic took over. The witness ran, cutting through yards and alleys, never looking back. He could hear footsteps behind him, fast and light, gaining ground. Just as suddenly as it began, the footsteps stopped. The street fell silent again. When the witness finally looked back, the smiling man was gone. No sound, no trace. In the years that followed, others shared nearly identical encounters. Same smile, same silence, same overwhelming fear. Whether urban legend or something far darker, one detail never changes. If you see a man smiling too widely at night, do not wave back. Run. In Japan, a terrifying internet legend known as the Red Room Curse spread during the early days of online chat rooms. It begins with a pop-up message appearing on your screen. A simple question: do you like the Red Room? At first, the message seems harmless. Closing the window does nothing. The pop-up returns, repeating the question. The screen slowly turns red. The user feels watched, trapped. The legend claims that once the message appears, escape is impossible. As the pop-ups continue, a list of names appears, one by one. Victims report hearing whispers through their speakers, even when no audio is playing. The room feels colder. The final name on the list is said to be the viewer's own. Panic sets in as the screen goes completely red. According to the legend, the moment the name appears, the curse is sealed. The computer shuts down. Silence follows. The next day, the victim is found dead under mysterious circumstances. Authorities dismiss the cases as coincidence or psychological breakdowns, yet the story persists. Many still fear unknown pop-ups late at night, because some messages are not meant to be opened. In Zaragoza, Spain, railway workers speak quietly of a train that should not exist. Late at night, an old model train is said to appear on unused tracks. No lights, no announcement, no record of the schedule. Witnesses describe it passing silently through stations without stopping. Those who see it report a sudden feeling of dread, as if something is terribly wrong. Some claim to see figures inside the cars, pale passengers staring forward unmoving. Others hear faint whispers as the train passes. Workers who tried to approach felt dizzy and disoriented. Equipment malfunctioned. Radios cut out. The train always vanishes into the darkness, leaving no physical evidence behind. Legends say the train carries souls of victims from a forgotten railway disaster. It appears to remind the living of those never acknowledged. To this day, some conductors refuse certain night shifts, because if the ghost train stops, someone may be invited aboard. During the 1980s, a strange rumor spread across Europe. Homes that contained a painting known as the Crying Boy were catching fire. The painting depicted a young boy with tears streaming down his face. Firefighters noticed something disturbing. In burned homes, everything was destroyed except the painting. It remained untouched by flames. Reports increased. Different houses, same painting, same result. People claimed the boy's eyes followed them. Some felt watched at night. Others reported nightmares and unexplained sounds. Newspapers dismissed the story as mass hysteria, but fear continued to spread. Families removed the paintings, desperate to feel safe again. Eventually, the fires stopped. No official explanation was ever confirmed. Whether coincidence or curse, the legend remains. Some believe the painting carries sorrow that refuses to burn, and once it enters a home, it never truly leaves. Across cultures, people report seeing dark, human-like silhouettes at the edge of their vision. These figures have no features, no eyes, no faces. They appear briefly, often in hallways or corners of rooms, then vanish. Many encounters happen at night, but some occur in full daylight. Witnesses describe an immediate sense of dread, as if something is observing them. The phenomenon became known as shadow people. Scientists suggest stress or fatigue. Yet the consistency of reports across countries raises questions. The figures appear tall, thin, and unnaturally still, as if waiting to be noticed. Some witnesses report the shadows lingering longer over time. They begin to move independently of light. Doors open, objects shift slightly. The shadows appear closer, standing beside beds or behind doors. People feel watched constantly. Sleep becomes difficult. Cameras fail to capture clear images. The fear grows when multiple people report seeing the same figure in the same location. Whether hallucination or something else, the encounters leave lasting fear. Some believe the shadows feed on attention. Others believe they exist between dimensions. The advice remains the same. Do not stare. Do not acknowledge them, because once you do, they may not leave. In North Carolina, there is a mysterious clearing where nothing grows. Grass dies, plants wither. Locals call it the devil's tramping ground. For centuries, people believe the devil himself walks in circles there at night. Farmers notice their crops failed near the clearing. Animals refuse to enter. Even today, the barren circle remains unchanged. Campers who sleep in the clearing report strange experiences. Objects placed in the center move overnight. Footprints appear in the soil, forming perfect circles. Witnesses hear whispers and feel sudden pressure in their ears. Some wake up outside the circle with no memory of leaving it. Scientists suggest soil chemistry explains the phenomenon. Locals disagree. The land remains lifeless, and those who stay too long report feeling watched, because some places remember who walks upon them. In Manila, Balete Drive is infamous for sightings of a woman dressed in white. Taxi drivers often see her late at night, standing quietly by the roadside. She appears pale and calm, asking for a ride. Most drivers refuse. Those who accept never forget the experience. During the ride, the woman speaks softly, then falls silent. The temperature drops. When the driver checks the rearview mirror, she is staring back with hollow eyes. Moments later, she disappears from the seat. Cars stall. Drivers panic. Many believe she is the spirit of a woman killed on the road. Others believe she is a warning. To this day, drivers avoid Balete Drive after midnight, because some passengers do not leave when the ride ends. In Niagara Falls, Canada, there is an old stone tunnel hidden from main roads. Locals call it the Screaming Tunnel. Legends claim a young girl died there in a fire. Since then, people report hearing screams echoing through the tunnel at night. Visitors who light matches inside the tunnel report hearing footsteps and distant cries. Shadows move along the walls. The sound grows louder the longer you stay. Some feel hands brushing their arms. Authorities deny the hauntings, yet the screams continue. Many leave running, refusing to return, because some places never forget. Across many countries, people report receiving phone calls late at night from unknown numbers. When answered, the line is quiet except for slow breathing, no greeting, no explanation. The calls always arrive around the same hour, usually just after midnight. Victims describe a sudden sense of unease, as if the caller knows they are listening. The number cannot be traced. When called back, it no longer exists. Some believe the calls are pranks. Others believe they are warnings. What makes the legend unsettling is the consistency. Different places, different people, same silence, same breathing, and the same feeling of being watched long after the call ends. Over time, the calls become more frequent. The breathing grows louder. Occasionally, a faint whisper repeats the listener's name. Victims report lights flickering and phones heating up during the call. Some hear footsteps in empty rooms. Ignoring the call does not stop it. Blocking the number fails. The phone rings anyway. Panic increases when the caller begins to mimic familiar voices, switching tones without warning. The sense of invasion becomes unbearable. Those who answer repeatedly report insomnia, paranoia, and recurring nightmares. A few claim the calls stop only after they move homes. Others say the calls never stop. Authorities find nothing unusual. The legend warns of one rule: never speak first, because once the caller hears your voice, it knows where to find you. In quiet neighborhoods, people report seeing a woman standing behind curtains late at night. She is never fully visible, only a pale silhouette, perfectly still, watching the street. At first, neighbors assume she is simply looking outside, but the woman never moves. Night after night, she stands in the same position. Curtains never open fully. Lights never turn on. The house appears abandoned, yet the figure remains. Those who notice her describe a growing discomfort, as if they are being observed rather than observing. Over time, witnesses report the woman appearing closer to the window. Her outline becomes clearer. Her head tilts slightly as if listening. Some claim she waves slowly when noticed. Others hear knocking from inside their own homes afterward. Cameras fail to capture her clearly. When neighbors attempt to check the house, no one answers. Inside, the rooms are empty. No furniture, no signs of life. After the house is investigated, the curtains are removed. The woman disappears, but witnesses report seeing her again in different windows across the street. The legend suggests she is not tied to a place, but to attention. And once she knows you are watching, she may watch you forever. If these stories sent chills down your spine, remember, some legends never truly end. Thank you for listening to these horror stories and urban legends from around the world. If you enjoy dark folklore, creepy encounters, and mysterious tales, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. New horror stories are uploaded regularly, so turn on notifications and don't miss what lurks in the shadows next. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and sleep well.